Did you know that employers are offering higher salaries to people with AI skills? And I'm not talking people like engineers or data scientists. I'm talking about regular non-tech jobs. People that are using AI are getting a salary premium. And in some cases, we're seeing research showing a 28% salary increase. That's an average of $18,000 for using ChatGPT at work. So, how do you get from using AI in your job to getting paid more? Well, it starts with one, knowing what AI skills employers are looking for, and two, knowing how to talk about them on your resume and in the interview process. So we're going to look at right here those first two, knowing what employers are looking for in your AI skills and also how to put them on your resume. So first up, we have the skills that employers want. We're going to take a look at some job postings that I've seen recently that really tell you exactly what they're looking for when it comes to AI school skills in non-technical jobs. So right here, you have a marketing manager. Pretty typical description for marketing operations, except you see here they want your experience exploring and applying generative AI models, right? And those are your general purpose models like ChatGPT, Gemini, right? And they want it paired with your actual ability to do marketing tasks, right? You see that campaign optimization, analytics, and so on. So the idea here is that you are collaborating with AI in order to do these marketing tasks. Okay, that's what they're asking for right there. In this one, this is a program manager. This one is working on AI at Notion. So they expect you to have that high curiosity, that ability to keep learning, right? This is for someone who's ever taught themselves all the AI stuff. There's like a power user. They want someone who's constantly up to date, always testing and experimenting with things, right? You go beyond just ChatGPT at work. And here's what I like here. They also add good listener and communicator because they want someone who can help them improve their workflows and that can clearly explain things to other teams because we are in a position right now with AI where not everyone knows exactly how to use it at work. So if you are a person who's like the power user at your job, this would be the type of skill that you is in demand at certain companies, okay? This manager of innovation, they're looking for someone with hands-on familiarity with leading AI tools. And then they list them, okay? So this is another trend in job postings. We're seeing specific models called out like ChatGPT, Gemini, but also things like Sora, Veo. Those are video generation models. Runway, also video. 11 Labs is an audio. So this is someone that's going to have a lot of familiarity with different AI tools. Plus, they want someone that knows AI-powered project management platforms. Again, someone who has probably a baseline experience using different AI tools and understanding how they fit into their job. Okay, so that's more on the experience side. On the more entry level side, we see this intern. What I love about this is just proficiency in AI tools and technology. That gives you kind of a wide open space to just tell the employer how you've been using AI, right? They're not quite sure, but they just want you to use it. Okay, so that's actually an opportunity right there. So overall, the trends we see with AI skills are one, they want knowledge and understanding of how Gen AI works, right? So that means you just need to talk about it, how you're using it. Hands-on use, experimentation. They want to see that you've used it to solve a problem. Three, specific AI product experience. So they want to see that you know certain tools. You saw the listings in the job listings calling out ChatGPT, Gemini, etc. And the last one, collaboration with AI. You know how to work with AI in your job. You know how to apply it to your area of expertise. That is what they are looking for in your resume and during your interview as well. So we'll talk about the resume formula. This should look somewhat familiar if you've ever written a resume before or learned how to write a resume. We have the formula, which is action. You tell them what action you took. You have the tool you use and the purpose. Why did you use it? What were you using this tool for? And the result. Always want results on a resume. You've probably heard this before, and it's probably one of the hardest things for people to do. But the reality is, when you're talking about AI, there's generally only one result. You reduced time. You saved time. You saved time. You did something faster. Everything revolves around efficiencies. So if you don't have 50%, you don't know how much time you saved, A, you could make it up. No one's going to check. But B, you could just say, I made the process faster, right? That's an impact. That's a result. So this is the formula right here. This is the template that you can use. Here are some examples. I automated customer feedback analysis using ChatGPT to identify sentiment trends, which reduced manual reporting time by 50%. Now that's generated, that's super wordy, but you could always have ChatGPT make this a little more concise. And you can see generated marketing copy with Jasper. That's a tool. Why? To speed up campaign production, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, if you're at the point where you're like, yeah, Nicole, this is great, but I'm not going to write all that. Totally fine. Here's two things you can do. One, you can take this template and you can put it into ChatGPT and you can say, make me a resume bullet point about using AI at work following this template. Okay, and here's what's going to happen. It's going to do it, but it's not going to be personalized to your resume, right? Because you're not actually telling it, right, what you do with ChatGPT. So you should actually say, okay, I use AI to summarize finance reports. I am a financial analyst. Okay, so there. And now it's going to give you some options for that. And you could pick and choose. You can say, write six more for me, right? So you get the idea. This is how you work with AI, right? To get the things you want. If that's too much, you just tell it, make it more concise because those are really wordy. Okay. Your other option is to use a custom chat GPT that I made. This is essentially a tool where you don't need a prompt, where you can ask it, to find your AI skills, to turn your AI use into bullet points. You can even go further and say, how do I talk about AI use in my interview? So once you've got the bullet points, how do you actually form a story around this, right? Because they're going to want to see that in the interview. And this is going to just ask you questions and then help you figure out how to use AI in how you used AI in your job so it can customize that bullet point. Either one of these works, but the point being is you need to be able to talk about AI use and you need to be able to confidently speak to the impact of it and how it fit into your job because employers want to know. Because oftentimes employers don't exactly know how to use AI in your job. So you're in some ways just educating them. So if you are a power user of AI, you need to be doing this. You need to have this on your resume because everybody wants to make a little bit more money, right? And at those kind of, salary bumps, it's certainly worth it to put these skills on your resume and just see what kind of discussion you can have with a future employer or even maybe your current employer. So let me know how it goes.